hereby directs that all heads of schools be informed to operationalize the directive with immediate effect. In due course, management will issue further guidelines on the modalities for implementation, including the structure, roles, and financial accountability mechanisms of the reinstated PTAs to ensure consistency across all schools. By a copy of this letter, you are requested to bring this directive to the attention of all metropolitan, municipal, and district directors of education under your jurisdiction and advise heads of public, senior, high school, and technical and STEM schools to stand ready for further instructions. Thank you. Professor Ernest Kofi Davis is Acting Director General. This is copied to the Secretary of the President, Honorable Minister of Education, the Deputy Minister of Education, Chief Director, Minister of Education, the Acting Director General, MS, Ghana Education Service Headquarters, Acting Deputy Director General, Q&A, GAS Accra, Director School and Instruction Division, Director General Administration, Ghana Education Service, headquartered in Accra. In the same vein, the PTA Association, the National Council, have also put out, this press release, a communique dated the 17th of July, 2025, commendation on the reinstatement of parent-teacher associations in pre-tertiary schools nationwide. The National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations wishes to express its heartfelt appreciation to the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for his timely and progressive directive, which has led to the full reinstatement of parent-teacher associations in all pre-tertiary schools across the country. We further commend the Ghana Education Service for its swift action in operationalizing this directive and instructing heads of institutions to immediately implement the reactivation of PTAs nationwide. This policy move acknowledges the critical role PTAs have played overall the years in supporting the delivery of quality education. We remain firm against any form of institutional manipulation or micromanagement that undermines the independence of parental voice in education and collaborative nature of PTAs in Ghana. Going forward, the Council will work closely with the GES and school authorities to ensure the PTA activities are aligned with best practices, guided by sound financial accountability frameworks, and focus solely on the welfare and educational successes of the Ghanaian child. We call on all parents, teachers, and school management teams to embrace their renewed mandate and work together in unity to achieve the common goal of enhancing Ghana's educational outcomes. Signed by Gov't Kofi Raphael, General Secretary, National Council for Parent-Teacher Association. So there you have it. Parents can then now go back to PTAs, as was cancelled back then. I've been joined in studio by two gentlemen. We'll get into the conversation. But first, Helen, you give us a wrap. The New Patriotic Party.
Yes.
Is meeting at the University of Ghana.
That's
over
right.
the weekend. What are they doing? Is it a party? Is it a conference? What is it?
Okay, let me adjust this microphone. Bear with me.
You want to position the microphone well.
Okay. We are set.
Helen,
all right. Most certainly. So the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, is set to hold its annual National Delegates Conference on Saturday, July 19th, 2025 at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium in Legon. And I'll run through just some very key details about the conference. So if you're wondering what is this all about, we'll give you a summary of that. Well, the theme of this delegates conference, Johnny, is rebuilding together with our values, highlighting the party's goal to revitalize its organizational structure, reinforce ideological identity, and strengthen unity as it prepares for the 2028 general elections.
Right.
The focus, they say, is that the conference will serve as a platform for reflection on the NPP's foundational values of rule of law, individual liberty, and promotion of private enterprise. We're also told that it will involve strategic planning and engagement on constitutional reforms to strengthen internal party structures. There will be discussions held on constitutional reforms. You know that there was a Professor Michael Quay committee that was set up to analyze what had happened in the just ended 2024 general elections.
Right.
And so there's going to be some analysis of the reforms that have been put forth. You know, in recent times, you hear paragraph this, paragraph that. This is the chance for them to actually delve into those matters. We're told security and logistics all catered for. I won't get into that.
Right.
Interestingly, though, there is some internal dissent and legal action to contend with, and we'll take a look at that. In the last 24 hours, there's been a development on that. But this is the summary of the applicant's case. Now, the end, again, I've run you through the basis of that.
The basis of the conference, but there was an injunction. Two persons who are not happy about what's going to happen on tomorrow and today, they have raised questions.
Indeed.
What are they demanding?
All right. So they say... So one, if you're following us on Facebook as well. So the NPP plans to hold a national delegates conference on 19th July 2025 without A, holding the required constituency and regional conferences.
Okay.
B, properly notifying constituency executive committees at least 1 month prior. C, circulating proposed amendments through official party structures instead. Only posted a circular on social media.
They find it problematic.
They find that problematic. Okay. Now, the NPP constitution requires that A, constituency annual delegates conferences to be held before regional conferences.
Okay, and they say that this process was jumped.
Indeed.
So this layer was not abided by, and that's why they find it problematic that tomorrow the NPP intends to congregate in West of Ghana. Okay.
Exactly so.
What else is there?
So regional annual delegates conference to be held before the national annual delegates conference.
Right.
C, amendments to the constitution can only be made at the national annual delegates conference and not at an extraordinary national annual delegates conference. All right. Now, the process violates the NPP constitution and denies party members the opportunity to deliberate on proposed amendments. B, the National Council has no power to waive these constitutional requirements. C, no exceptional justification has been given for bypassing the proper procedure, and financial constraints cannot be used as a legal excuse to avoid constitutional compliance.
So these are concerns of the applicants. They think that the NPP has not been fair to them because they have a right and there's a procedure to doing these things, but these procedures have been sidestepped. We will get into that fine detail. But Nana Kumia has been a Minister for Information. He's been spokesperson for the Baumia campaign. He's led the charge, a respected voice in the NPP. What does he think, especially when former President Kufuor said, look, I've been sidelined, and the questions have been asked, so who are the ones advising for decisions to be taken? What has Nana Kumia been saying?
In fact, I was listening to him a couple of days ago on this issue. He says, and I'm quoting him here, he says, I do not think it is possible that President Kufuor would not be invited to meetings of these organs. Former President Kufuor is a member of all the party's national decision-making bodies, with the primary organ being the steering committee, whose decisions are subsequently reviewed by higher committees. The former president has designated 2 people in his office to receive all official invitations on his behalf.
Right.
So I do not think that the complaint I have heard President Kufuor make has to do with his invitations to the meetings. So
Nana Kumia is contesting the fact that President Kufuor couldn't have been sidelined, and that he has 2 persons at his office who are mandated to receive such invitations. So is he by extension saying that the old man doesn't know what he's talking about? It's a simple question. It's a common sense question. That a man who is past 80, going into 90, doesn't know what he's talking about.
You know what I inferred from that? Because I listened to that full interview. I was speaking at another media house.
Did you live with your grandfather? Did you have a grandfather that you lived with on holidays?
I never met either of my grandfathers, but my grandmother, yes.
Your grandmother?
Yes.
And you think that your grandmother will not know what she says?
Very sharp lady. She knew.
When your mother comes, to pick you up after vacation, and your grandmother, you'd contest what your grandmother says?
Never.
Okay. Do you know what the Gan say? They say, Shayo, no pabejelo. We've been joined in studio by Mr. Solomon, who is a senior communicator for the Movement for Change. Also, Dr. Frederick Ntiamwa, lecturer, University of Ghana, is also a member of the NDC's National Communications team. We'll get into those conversations. But first, PTAs are back. Solo, welcome. Doc, welcome. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, John.
Solo, PTAs are back.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I mean, growing up and going to school, we enjoyed it. If your mother or father will not be interested in your education, then who else? So it has to be in collaboration with the teachers. That's why it's a Parents Teachers Association,
right.
So that the two bodies come together and develop the child.
Right.
So once it was scrapped, I was wondering how the schools were going to manage students. It's back. It's always good to go back and pick what is good.
Right.
So to that extent, I believe that the right thing has been done. It should continue rather strengthening the PTAs. That's the only way we can manage the schools better. We can improve discipline.
Right.
If you take parents out of the equation, I mean, 70% of job is supposed to be done by parents.
That's right.
In bringing up a child. Once they don't know what is happening in the various schools, then we are not likely to have good citizens. So I am for it, and I thumbs up to the administration.
Great. Dr. Ntiamwa, you are a teacher. PTAs are back. What did we miss when they were away, and what do we stand to gain now that they are back?
Good morning, Johnny, and good morning to my good friend here. What I want to say is it's a good thing because for the past 8 years, I had the opportunity to take one of my cousins to the school.
Okay.
And when you get there, there was the issue of apathy on the side of the teachers.
Okay.
Because now that bond that existed between teachers and parents were no more there.
Okay.
That has been taken off by previous administration. And so when you inquire that, I need this service, every teacher says no. They say we shouldn't do A or B. Nobody wants to, come forward and say, I can help you get A or B, because they feel that it's not in their mandate, because they have dissolved the PTA, and so the teacher doesn't have any responsibility towards the parents, which was very difficult. I remember in one of the girls' schools where I sent my cousin. You go there, anything you ask the teacher, he says, we don't know.
Really?
And very frustrating. I sent the young lady myself.
So this is your own account?
Yes. So I think that bringing it back is a very good thing, because I remember, I'm not that old, but I remember some few years ago when I went to my former school as a young guy, St. Augustine's.
Right.
When I got there, they had put in place measures such that before even the first years come, PTA will meet, know how they are going to receive freshers. There were challenges and all that they resolve. This time, there's nothing like that. You go, even as I speak right now, the young lady, who happens to be a cousin of mine, goes to school and sleeps on the floor. I'm telling you, this is this school.
It's a girls' school?
Yeah, it's a girls' school.
In the central region?
Yeah, just central region here.
Wesley girls?
No. The one,
Bishop Porter girls?
No, the one close to Infantiman girls.
Infantiman girls,
yes.
right.
She's in the second year. If school resumes and you don't go early, you find yourself sleeping on the floor.
And you think it's a problem of the PTA, because the PTA were crowded out?
Yes. I think that because there was no any formal, body to report such incidents to, because now the teacher is left alone. He's not going to think with any parent. You ask questions and they said from above, we are not supposed to do anything. So I think it's a very good thing.
Great. And thank you very much.
We commend the president.
Nana Kumia seems to suggest that President Kufuor could not have been sidelined, as the old man says, and that there are two people who are supposed to receive letters on his behalf at his office, and that he's an integral part of the NPP. There's no way he could have been sidelined. What do you know?
Johnny, it's very pathetic. The statement from Nana Kumia suggests to me that it's either former President Kufuor was lying when he said that he has not been involved in any decisions of the party, or Nana Kumia himself is lying, or somebody at the president's, former president's office is denying the president the opportunity of taking part in a meeting. So between the three of the
groups,
bodies,
right?
One is lying. But remember when former President Kufuor was granting the interview, he made a very categorical statement that he has not gotten to the stage where he's mentally retarded.
That's right.
What it means is that he remembers everything that happens around him. And so therefore, I don't have any reason between Nana Kumia and former President Kufuor to go with what Nana Kumia is saying, but rather go with what
President Kufuor is saying.
Except that, like I've said throughout the week, I do not sympathize with what he has said, because if there is anything that is untoward happening to him today, it is because he sat down unconcerned when things were degenerating, when former President Nana Kufuor and his gang were busily destroying the party. He should have voiced out as a former president, as a former leader of the party, who knew where the party was, how it came to power in 2001, the struggles that the party had to go through since 1969, that Buzia came to power and was overthrown in 1972. The party had never tasted power till 2001. So he should have been the last person, should have sat down for some of these things to happen to the party. It has happened now. The party seems to be going down very fast. And so everybody wants to stay out of why they got there. And that is why I see it as not being forthright with the people of this country, particularly the NPP faithfuls that believe so much in former President Kufuor that some of us held him in high esteem. You understand? He was the reason that some of us, apart from my dad who virtually born us into the NPP, that made me to love the New Patriotic Party.
President
Kufuor. Because of
you idolized him.
I idolized him because I thought that he held the NPP's ideals in high esteem. The rule of law, always going by what the Constitution says. But you sat down, for instance, Paul Afoko. He was someone who has supported you all his life.
That's correct.
He fought for a chairmanship position of the party. He won a difficult election. You remember that election when he was even subjected to a BNI, National Security Investigations.
That's right.
He went through all this, went to Tamale, and in Tamale I was there. I saw how people were camped. The only thing that saved Paul Afoko was that there was Stephen Ayesu's team and there was Fred Owari, both coming from one camp. So they splitted the votes that they could have gotten to win. And the Kufuor camp never forgave themselves for allowing Paul Afoko to win that election.
I don't understand. How did they not forgive themselves?
Because they thought that Paul Afoko was highly aligned to Mr. Alanchamante. And so for him to become the national chairman, it means the 2014 internal primaries, presidential primaries, was going to be skewed towards Alanchamante. So they were not happy. On the field, people were visibly angry with the outcome. All this he went through and won an election. Only for few people, 3 or 4 people, against what the national delegates, the conference has done to sit in Accra here and remove Paul Afoko. I thought that time, if there was nothing at all, a statement from President Kufuor condemning that crime should have been issued. He said, oh, because of the party. Because of the party mantra. Today you are still a member of the party. So why are you speaking out today? You must allow it to go like that. How you have behaved in the past. But on the contrary, he sees where the party has gotten to. And now at his age, we don't clamor that people will leave the scene. But it is inevitable. We are not mortal. So he has to leave a soundbite where tomorrow you and I will be playing that. He said this before he left the scene. Because now he has said
Are you saying that he's just saying it so that it will be captured in history?
Absolutely. Because
not because he cares about anything that's happening.
Because all this, some of us told him that, old man, if you didn't know, A, B, C, D was what was happening to the party, and that if you did not intervene, the party will collapse. Anytime you said that, he will reply by telling you that, party, I'm a party person. I go with what the party says. And you continue to be a party person. Nothing has changed. So you must keep quiet and still enjoy what you are seeing. And that's why I tell you that, look, it's just a soundbite. Because he had known in all these years, and nothing was done about it. See what happened to Mr. Alanchamante, Kwabena Japan, Sami Crab, All these people, the time the invincible forces were introduced into the NPP politics, how people were beating left, right, center. He never said anything about them. How people who were aligned to him were sidelined virtually from Nana Kufuor's administration. Before you could get a place in Nana Kufuor's administration, you needed to answer to disown Kufuor's faction before you were treated good.
Is that what happened?
That is what exactly happened. And that's why you see a lot of ungrateful beings and souls now saying whatever they want. And so, for me, he didn't need to say anything. Just keep quiet and let us all enjoy.
But there are those who also say that, look, Mr. Lanchamatin breaking away with the likes of you and many other people who were, at the heart of the NPP, caused the NPP to be in this state of disarray as they find themselves now.
Yes.
Would you take that?
No, absolutely. I mean, because, the party got to a stage where dissenting views were not welcomed. It was all about the president says this. I mean, if you look at the executive, they won't come out to say it. So that tomorrow, if they come and say that these were the challenges that they were facing, I will not take them serious.
Right.
But I know for a fact that all the period that the NPP was in power, before they could operate, they had to go to the Jubilee House to go and take money. How do you organize a party like that? So that if you were the national chairman, the general secretary, or the organizer, and you needed to rely on the presidency to run the activities of the party, how then would you go against the decision of the presidency? So the party was captured by the presidency and it was used to do anything anyhow. And that is why they seem not to be disciplined in the party. 2 days to, what do you call it, National Delegates Conference. 2 people are in court.
That's right.
And make no mistake, it's not 2 people. Because I know the background. I know the people are behind them. Some of the aspirants who cannot come out boldly.
So they are being used.
So
they are fronting for people.
And they are they are in the large, or they are in the majority. Those that are fronting,
the 2 who are fronting
they
for...
are just a decoy. Because people believe that this early conference is just to, as it were, satisfy a particular candidate. Here they are talking about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, this top-down approach.
Right.
If we were going to have justice, if the laws, the rules of the land were going to be applied, if the NPP's constitution would be applied to the letter, the injunction must suffice. Because what are you going to discuss at the National Delegates Conference?
Changes to the
that
rules.
Is why the parties, in its own wisdom, the framers of the Constitution said, before there is a National Delegates Conference, there has to be a constituency delegates conference.
That's right.
When a decision is taken at the National Council level, the General Secretary is supposed to communicate this decision to the region, by extension to the constituencies.
Right.
That these are the issues that will be tabled for discussions at the National Conference. So at the constituency level, it is deliberated, a decision is made. So each constituency goes to the regional delegates conference and present their view that on this matter, we believe that we have to go this way. The decisions that will be made at the regional level is what will be taken to the national level. So that we come to the national level, that is not where we are going to debate again. Ashanti region.
You are bringing the decisions to the table, and then you agree.
So this time around, you say you are going to hold a national delegates conference. Constituencies have not met to take a decision. The region has not met to take a decision. The first time they are going to deliberate on it is at the national level. Is it not going to be chaotic?
So you say that the NPP constitution recognizes a bottom-up approach.
Absolutely.
But then this current dispensation sees a top-bottom approach.
That is also it's just to favor a particular candidate.
That's not fair if you say that.
No, but that is the obvious truth. But they won't say it. But like I said...
Who are engineering this?
Those that are with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, they are the ones in here.
But the national executives are supposed to be neutral.
They are holding them. Nobody is... you were in this country. You observed our internal elections. I'm very happy that you were still active on radio and stuff. Here was a party that you would go to a campaign as Mr. Lanchamat. You get to a region, and the regional executives will abandon you. Say, if they see us with you, we are dead. I said, what? One party that you are supposed to be neutral? You heard Chairman Wuntumi in Offenso actually declaring for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia when we were all doing campaign. In fact, in one, I was at the General Secretary election, or General Secretary, all the regional executives en bloc. How do they put it? They
came together like what they did for Adekoka. They came together.
Yes, they all endorsed. John Boadu. So total indiscipline.
So how is that total indiscipline? The people believe in a candidate.
But that is why you were
Why do you label that as indiscipline?
No, it's indiscipline. They themselves are really, look at what happened recently at Ablikuma North, where a candidate defies the position of a party. The party says don't take part in an election. Immediately after that press conference, the candidate said, what are you talking about? I'm going. And the very people that took the decision, who were sitting at the press conference, they go and join her at the campaign grounds and do a campaign. Then after the whole show, the party calls a meeting and says, oh, we couldn't punish her because she came to apologize. So in the NPP now, the standard is that go and commit crime and come and apologize and you are free to go.
But that is not what the NPP stands for.
That's what I'm saying, that there is no leadership. And that President Kufuor is only giving you a soundbite. He has seen it. He has seen where they are. And so let me say something for posterity. That's all that he has done.
Hello, you get into trouble. Oh. You say President Kufuor is just doing soundbite.
Oh, yes, he has given you soundbite. He has given you
and that there's no leadership of the NPP.
About what?
So what is Justin Kodua, Nana Boache, all of them, the women organizer, what are they, KJFA, what are they doing?
Johnny, interestingly, the day that Justin Kodua held that press conference to announce that the NPP was not taking part in the Ablikuma North rerun, the candidate herself was sitting at the high table. She heard the man say loudly that we were not taking part in the election. Immediately after that, she said, I'm going to contest. They don't respect them one bit. They see them as people who are only there representing a position, but do not have any authority. And so there is nothing in there. I believe that they should rather go back to the basis. It's not too late. Go back to the constituencies, reorganize your polling station, get to the constituency, get to the region, before you get to national. Where lies the rush? You are saying you are going to discuss issues like the Professor Michael Quay's report.
That's right.
How many of the party delegates have even seen the report, let alone read the report? Because you remember the day that they launched that report, nobody was given access to the report.
That's right.
Recently, I heard Gabi complain that even Nana Kufuor has not been given a report.
Are you
I heard him online. Gabi has
former president.
Yes, that he doesn't know the content of the report. If indeed what he was saying was anything to go by, then that makes it very serious.
So who has the report?
So in Bono, Abronye's constituent region, when they got there during the thank you tour, that was when I heard Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia quote copiously from the report. So from my understanding, he has a report.
Okay.
So that when he sees or meets Hughes and knows that in page 76 your name is mentioned,
then he will tell
out
you.
of that. So, but even John Hughes was part of the reason we lost in page 20 without you knowing. How can this be fair? You understand? So it is a messy situation that I never imagined in my life that a party like NPP will get to this situation.
I see. Doc, let me bring you into the conversation. This is what President Kufuor said. Solo thinks that he's just dropping sound bites for us so that when he is no more, we will remember him per these sound bites. These are your arch rivals who seem to be having some issues on their hands. They want to go to Legon over the weekend to go and try and solve this matter. Your school.
Yeah.
Do you see light at the end of the tunnel?
What I will say is, I am really sad.
Why are you sad?
I mean, the biggest opposition party to be in this state as we speak right now. And with the conference that they are trying to have tomorrow, from the way they have put the structures, I can sit here and say that nothing good will come out.
Oh,
because
wish your enemies well, at least.
Oh yes, but you see, when you look at the foundation, if the foundation is weak, then everything you put on the foundation will collapse with time. Because here is the case: they are whitewashing somebody and they want to sell that person at all cost.
Who are they whitewashing?
No, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Why are you all focusing on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? There's Brian Champon, there's Kennedy Japan, there is...
we heard him immediately after the election when the matters of economy started coming up, and our administration was able to stabilize the economy in terms of the CD gaining strength against our forex and all that. He came and said, because our president is going to finish his tenure by the end of the next 4 years, he will contest again, and he knows that definitely he's going to win because we are going to bring in a new candidate. So already he has affirmed the fact that no matter what, he's the one going to lead the NPP, which is not the right position because you have contenders. And so you should give them the credit to also, have some weight. But if you make it and you rubbish all of them and say that I am the one going to contest no matter what, and I know that anybody the NDC brings on board, I'm going to win. Let's come back to President Kufuor's comment. I listened to him and I'm very sad. The reason why I said sad in two ways. Sad in the sense that for a man of his stature,
right,
and the kind of work he's done for the New Patriotic Party,
right,
if it wasn't President Kufuor, this party wouldn't have enjoyed power.
You mean this tradition, the tradition?
Yes, tradition, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look at the kind of work he's done in the past, we are all history students, so we read history and we get to know what he put in place. In the interview, you realize that he was mentioning how he was able to hold the front, fight hard, and was able to, take power for
jailed and all of that.
And all that. Then today, somebody gets up, Nana Komia, and insults this man to the level that Ghanaians cannot imagine.
Do you consider that as an insult? He said, so, as far as he knows, there's a structure at the former president's office, and that he couldn't have been sidelined.
He says the man is lying. That is, you can infer from his statement.
Oh, you are inferring.
And if the man is lying, then two things. He's an old man. Either he's suffering from dissociative amnesia. It means that he cannot remember anything. This is not selective.
But he said that he is not that old, and he's not somebody who can suffer that
you have it. Because what you are saying, you are lying. You see, when we were growing up, I had a great grandmother. She was the one who brought me up. My mother was somewhere, so I was left with her. At a point when she was about to leave the scene, she'll eat in the morning, and in just about 30 minutes, she'll make noise and say that the whole day
she hasn't eaten.
And that is dissociative amnesia.
But President Kufuor said he hasn't gotten to that stage yet.
Yes, I accept, our father saying that he hasn't gotten there. But these are people around him. These are his party folks. These are people who have interacted with him for some time being. And they know that what the old man is saying is a lie. He has lost memory. He has lost everything. And that's what I'm saying. It's an insult. If he is contesting the fact that he has his memory intact and somebody is making statement that suggests that completely he doesn't remember anything, that is an insult, to the old man. And I think that this thing has gotten to where it is as it stands now because, like my brother Solomon was saying, he has allowed it. And we say it in the local parlance. When they were doing it to other people, he was quiet. So today, they have seen that once he could not stand up to say what they were doing was wrong, they can easily, walk over him with such statement because...
So it's payback time, you say?
And that
but
is
to what end? If they do that to him, then to what end? What are they seeking to achieve?
Because now they don't regard anybody. What they want to see is that what they say is a final. They put constitution aside, they put anything aside. People they are supposed to consult, they don't consult them. We were here when they were on the 17th of June, when they were going for their national executive meeting.
Right.
Before the national executive meeting, there was a release from the family of the chairman of the party,
Mr. Stephen Tim. Right.
Yes. And they were saying that they have openly come out to discuss with the party executive and the leadership that the man is not fit to call for such a meeting.
Okay.
And on that day, I was at NIT FM. And on the morning show, Nana B called and was justifying that the man is even angry with the family members.
That they wrote such a statement.
Yes, because the man says he's fit. Meanwhile, the man saying he's fit is just through Nana B, not he himself coming out with
to declare
statement
that he is fit.
trying to tell you that they try to tie the hands of people and force their way through. That was the beginning of the agenda that they are pushing to have tomorrow. Because they wanted at all costs for that meeting to come on, bypassing all the party structures. Like we saw, I've seen their constitution. You need to start from constituency, you come to regional, before you even think of national. Now, call a meeting, an old man that is sick, even the family described the man having issues in terms of mental stability and all that. And they force the man to call for the meeting because they know he will not be there and he will not be in the right frame of mind to decide what is good and what is wrong. And so they call and they allow somebody within their circle that they know is a very good person in terms of Dr. Bawumia's camp.
So you say all of this is being engineered in the interest of Dr. Bawumia. But then if that is being engineered, your party claimed that Dr. Bawumia is not fit for purpose. So you should be happy.
No. What we are talking about is that, fine, I have friends who are NPP members. They are saying that they are not happy.
Okay.
And as citizens of this country, we have the right to also read in between the lines and discuss matters if they are not right. So as I sit here right now, what I am saying is that what I have seen, they have started to make sure that they bring one candidate. The candidate has already declared that he's the one coming. So it means that any other person, whether Mr. Kennedy is coming, whether Dr. Duchum, Brian Champon, all those people, he just rubbished them right from the beginning when he started talking that he's the one coming and nobody can contest him on any day.
Okay.
So with the issue they are going to have, I think that it's just a matter of two things. They know that now the man has failed woefully in terms of the last election, and with time, the goodwill that he has will dissipate. So in order for the goodwill not to dissipate, let's package him fast. Because if we want to start from party structures, by the time we are done with constituency, even the very people who voted for him in the last election, most of them would have been changed. And so let's start from the top so that those people who voted will still be in power and they'll still vote because he has control over them. And that is what they are doing.
I see.
And if he wins too, and they are still going to go by the structure from top, now they are going to do selective. It means that if you don't align with his ideology, you will not win. These things are very clear to read. And that's why I'm saying that whatever they are going to do is not going to help them. In the end, they will package the baller, and when Ghanaians open it, they will still see that this is baller, we need to throw it away. And I can assure you, 2028, if he comes, he'll be thrown out like any garbage.
It's 9 o'clock here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Dr. Ntiamwa and Solomon Owusu are my guests. Listen to President Kufuor.
To the point, sir, I go craft Adrianisha and no cross many many at that stage. And think at least I am Mamma TB. I'm at tobacco pie, some young near maybe no say. And I could run on a many party maybe. I think I met me to me family. So Ghana political party, political history. I can't say UGCC. But if you 47 69 was there time nearly power for Ghana. 2 years, 3 months, Buzia time. Me, 69, maybe 30 years, and be a member of parliament. Be a founding member of Progress Party. 2 years, 3 months, Buzia, I am deputy foreign minister. I jump on 2 years. Them sick. The team and the Ashford prison with them 1 year, 3 months. Something that day, of course, moved behind another detention. But I know I did build a year. From 72 January, I jump on 2 years side, the tradition. There are more power beyond that till 2001. Me, I'm a crane departing by power. 2 terms. Ghana, didn't see. Anyway, then the baby say, a young woman, a prepare woman. Na bibi se be kwana nyame da o ma me to na ya beg no me kura me ntiase
our engagement with you this morning is very simple. That we have our evidence, undeniable evidence, overwhelming evidence to clearly show that we won the Abdulkumanov parliamentary elections. And yesterday, when National Executive Committee met, we said that under no circumstances will we be intimidated. Never. Under no circumstances will we be coerced to go for a rerun. We will not go for any rerun. The new Patriotic Party will not go for any rerun. We have won the elections. We have won the elections. What we are asking the Electoral Commission is to follow the court directive, to finish the coalition and declare our candidate Kufuor as the MP-elect for Abdulkumanov.
NPP, development and freedom.
Solo, I have a fun mail for you here. It says, good morning, Johnny. God bless you for bringing Solo. Ever since my TV got spoiled, I have never had the opportunity to watch my favorite TV channel. 3FM is my last resort now. I'm glad Afrafranto Solo is here. I love listening to him. He's full of wisdom. This is your fun mail.
I'm grateful to him.
Hackman Oswajiman, who served under President Kufuor, is the chairman of the Council of Elders of the NPP.
Yes.
Why would he sit down for something like this to happen to his boss?
He was also boxed into the Kufuor gang.
I don't understand.
He was part of the cabal.
Hackman,
yes. In fact, he was more dangerous than a Kufuor.
Pardon?
More dangerous.
Explain.
Look, the hatred that Hackman harbored for President Alan Chamati, if I were to tell you today, I will need the whole day. Recently, I heard one of his henchmen, Gw't, the former constituency chairman for New Gov't, saying that he was going to organize demonstration against Alan Chamati should the NPP make the attempt of bringing Alan back to and I looked at Gw't, who was giving those orders, and I laughed. Your party that is collapsed. You see, what people don't know is that Alan left the NPP when the NPP was in power. Who will leave a party when the party is in power that you can get all the largesse? Some of us, we left the party when the party was in power. Hackman, because of the hatred for Alan, could not see in between the lines where they were taking the party to.
He couldn't have hated him that much.
Oh, he hated him that much. And it stems from the fact that as far back as 2007, we were all doing internal politics.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Alan has surfaced into the arena, wanting to be the flag bearer of the NPP.
Right.
So he was going about his campaign. You know, they underestimated Alan then. They thought he was a neophyte in the politics. Meanwhile, Alan had been a founding member of the NPP. As young as age of 25, 26, he was chairing the Young Executive Forum. So his campaign strategy was that, you know, in those days, we didn't have a lot of delegates.
That's right.
These were targeted about 9, 10
That's right.
of them.
That's right.
What Alan was doing as far back as 2006 and 2007 was that when he goes into a constituency, he will not focus on the 9 delegates that were. He would rather organize a deba and speak to the entire constituency, because his belief was that these delegates, people could influence their choices.
Right.
So by the time Kufuor could say Jack, together with Hackman Dems, Alan had taken over the grassroots base. Now there was a campaign up north. There was this facility that any of the aspirants could go to the Ghana Air Force.
Right.
They had this helicopter.
Air Force Base.
Air Force Base. You go and pay. You go and rent it to go and do your campaign. It was not for free, and this facility was available to all the aspirants. Alan was going to hold a meeting up north. He felt that going by road was going to delay his campaign activity.
Right.
So he went and paid for this.
For a helicopter.
Got to North. Hackman was also holding a meeting with these delegates. When the delegates heard that Alan had come with a
helicopter,
they all abandoned Hackman. And since then...
So his helicopter disrupted the meeting.
And he had never forgiven Alan for that. Meanwhile, Allah has played an instrumental role in terms of even his own business.
But why did you also take the helicopter there at that
It was
particular time?
available. I'm going up north. Going by road, I felt that it would delay my time. I'll go and pay. Mr. Hackman had the opportunity of also using that. It was not only assigned to Mr. Alan Chamati for anybody to even blame him. Everything, if Alan is looking at the north, Mr. Ajima is looking at the south. But we are fine with that. You know, everybody in this world that would like your matter. As we are sitting here, you haven't even spoken to someone in my village, maybe he sees your face, he hates you. That's part of life. But for him to have been the chair of the Council of Elders,
that's right,
and for the party to degenerate into this, I thought he could have resigned.
But President Kufuor is supposed to be part of the Council of Elders, no?
Now the man is complaining that they don't invite him to any meeting. For him to have said that they don't involve him in decision making means they don't invite him to any meetings at all. And that is where the problem is.
But he, by his stature in the party,
yes,
and also having been a former president,
yes,
he qualifies to be in the Council of Elders.
Yeah, he's a member of the Council of Elders.
So how would he not be invited?
So it means that
if you remember, if
there is a cabal within this Council of Elders, depending on the decision for the day, this man will be difficult. Let's sideline him and go with these people. Go and do immediately. The General Secretary issues a statement. How are you going to come out? Especially if you know President Kufuor very well, it's always party first.
Right.
So once a statement is put out there, he will hardly come and challenge it. They saw his weakness. When we were saying that, look, you needed to speak out. When they need him the most, you don't involve him in decision making. But when you realize in 2024 that you didn't have any credible person to endorse your candidates, you brought him down from a in a wheelchair to come and tell the entire country that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was a man of destiny.
Yes, I remember that. He did that
So
at the UPSA.
At the UPSA. Johnny, when he said that, some of us came out and said, on what basis? He should give us the basis for that declaration.
He said he had the brightest vision and he had the fine ideas that would turn around the Ghanaian situation. Those were the basis for which he said that. Solo.
When he made those statements, that was when the Ghanaian began looking at him with 4 eyes. Like, hey, this man, if you don't take care, you do as a Wagadre. You know Wagadre?
Yes. Ajana 1,
Ajana 1. No, you won't allow Ajana 1 to happen. Because that statement was just not right. Beyond that, they took journalists to his house. Even when they need him, they will go and humble themselves before him. 2 journalists from Kumasi went to him and then caused him to declare that of all the 12 candidates that were contesting in the situation, but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was so deep a thinker, he could manage the economy well. I said, hey, President Kufuor, what is happening?
That is his conviction. That's what he believes.
Anyway, so let that conviction be. You have stayed put, you have kept quiet all this, so you be keeping quiet. It will rather help him, rather than today crying to all of us. You know, who said that? Is it Martin Nimole or so? Who said that they came for the socialists, you never spoke?
Yes, he never spoke.
Came for the Jews. They went for Afoko, you never spoke. They went for Kwabena Japo, you never spoke. They went for Alan Chamati, you never spoke. They went for a lot of people. Sami Crab. All of them are dead now. So who will come to your aid? What you did is falling on deaf ears. To the extent that Nana Kumia will even have the gut or the boldness to say that you are lying.
He was an appointee of President Kufuor, right?
He made him a minister, deputy minister at information, which he never performed.
Oh, come on, please.
Oh, he didn't perform.
So low.
He is my cousin. He was an MP in my area, Okakwe South. Go to Okakwe South and pinpoint 1 or 2, 3 that come here. He didn't do anything.
Oh, the library. That
library was never finished. Dakwa also came, never finished.
Oh, Dakwa has finished it.
Dakwa. That's why she got the percentage I got.
Oh,
you understand? I'm happy you know the constituency very well.
Oh, Solo, stop.
Can you pinpoint 2 things that he did at the constituency? The constituents were only voting for him because Okakwe sat out, you know. They will say even if you put a chicken there. So it got into the heads of aspirants, NPP candidates. They will come, they would never do anything at the constituency. And this young man came there, what's his name?
Kion.
He came to share fouls and won. They have warned him that he, ever since he went to parliament, I haven't seen anything, not even a single meeting. Because that's a middle class constituency. If
That's
you check out the Bubuashi and those, the rest are the estates.
Kuman Zongo areas.
So there is not much work to be done in that constituency. But they come and they don't do anything. All in the name of, here is NPP.
Okay. Doc, Hakman Osajiman, Council of Elders. You know that in an African setting, they say when there are elders in the house, things go the way they have to go. But now, Council of Elders, a member of the Council of Elders is now out there saying that, look, I'm not involved in any decisions. So the question is, who has been taking the decisions for the party?
Johnny, I would say, I think that this NPP party, if they want to be very credible as an opposition party, they need to humble themselves. Because let me give you a little background from my party's stand.
Right.
We suffered a humiliating defeat in 2016.
That's correct.
And that really humbled us. Because before that defeat, if you recall, then our former president, our founder,
right?
Yes, may his soul rest in perfect peace.
Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rollins, retired.
Yes, he has started making statements the same way President Kufuor is doing. That, but then we had sidelined him, and nobody was involving him in decision because at that time the party thought we were in control. But after that defeat, we needed to go back and reflect. And you realize in 2020, prior to the election, we were mentioning his name with touch of reverence. That shows that this party can go back, reflect, and learn something.
So the NPP has not done that?
No. You can clearly see that the arrogance is too much in the party. I can tell you. I'm a young man, but
who is leading the arrogant army?
Those who have power and those who have money. Because
it's money
some
and
people
power.
believe that for the past 8 years, the kind of fortunes that they have accumulated, those who were in office before them did not get that opportunity. So who are you to talk when money is talking? And that is what they are using to ride over the brains and the wisdom in the party. So now if you are the brain and the wisdom, you don't have money. And money is buying you.
Your wisdom stays in your head.
That is it. If money buys you, you have to now speak the language of money. If money says go and say this, then you speak. And that is what is not helping.
But should a man not be a man of his own and speak his mind?
Have you seen the people around him currently? If you look at the past administration, the kind of position that they had and the kind of influence that now they have on the party. It doesn't matter. You might be a very fine person with wisdom and knowledge and experience, but now they have decided to boycott all these things, and now they are working with money. So if you don't have money, you saw when Wuntumi was arrested, it was a game of who has more money.
Right. I said it here, I remember.
Yes,
the three people, everybody trying to show face that they had what it takes to take him out of the lion's den.
Yes.
So now for you to have a math and
all of them are contesting now.
For you to have a math and speak in NPP, if you don't have Laja, your voice will not reach far. Or at best, they will buy you so that they will give you a voice. So it's no more your voice. So I'm sure the man has been caged to follow a certain fashion, and which is not going to help them. They need a savior to redeem them. I don't know the savior.
Dr. Baumia is a good savior, is he not? Kennedy Japan?
I cannot sit here and say that this person is the savior, but I'm sure within themselves, they know who can do the right thing. The people they have abandoned. You realize that when they had a Professor Michael Kwei's report, Kennedy came out boldly to say that some people like Alan Chamartin, Mr. Alan Chamartin and the rest, they should bring them back into the party.
But he has insisted that he's not going back.
Yes. Party will be ready by next week or next 2 weeks.
Your party will be ready?
Yes, soon.
So he's not going back?
No, what are we going to do, Johnny?
Oh, but that is your party. It's your beloved party.
And join us. There is no credibility with the NPP. So they have to come and I mean, hide under our
Are you crashing the NPP so that your party will stand, or what? What are you doing?
No, the Ghanaian has rejected the NPP.
So
That's the truth.
I think that they need to go back to the root. Maybe if they keep knocking, say knock. One day, the door will open. As we stand now, it will be difficult for Mr. Alan Martin and my boss here to admit that if they come today, they will accept that. They need to look at what is in the proposal they are bringing. If it's for Ghana and they are also fighting for Ghana, why won't they join? But if it's for individuals to enrich themselves and come and show that to Ghanaians that we have worked hard, Ghanaians are lazy. Some of you went to school with empty head. That is why you are poor. This kind of statement. Yes, this kind of statement. I'm not sure. The way I know Mr. Solo, he will follow them. There's no way.
Solo, what does the NPP need to do to come back to its former glory? You say the glory is gone.
It's gone.
But what do they need to do to come back as we wrap up this first batch of the conversation?
There has to be a radical change in the party. You have to go back to the original ideas where competition was encouraged. Go back to the basis, the polling station, elect a free and fair. It will interest you to know that when you go and take one day, I'll give you the Okakwe South album, Delegates album.
Right.
I have a copy there.
Right.
And then interested, there are telephone numbers in there. You just spare 30 minutes and call some of them. You see those that sleep on the roads, these under the bridge, and then
towards
in front of shops, and then
towards the what do you call it, TV Africa.
Absolutely, all of them are delegates.
I got those reports.
Yes, all of them. I have been a coordinator in that Mukose, and I sometimes I was baffled that how can NPP do this to itself? Because someone wants to be. In fact,
there were people who lived in the constituency whose name were taken out.
Original people. I mean, when in 1996, 2000, that they were doing the right thing, those that really loved the party, built the party, all of them were taken out and then replaced with people that were sleeping outside. So that during the election, and interestingly, they will not even bring their pictures in the album. What they do is that because they know that is not their permanent place of abode, election time, they go and see whether it's Solomon Owusu, they will call and see whether you are around. If you say you are not around, they will go and do an ID card with the same Solomon Owusu and give it to another person. Go and vote for me. That's what they have been doing.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Hey.
So it is not any election. That's why they are so confident. That's why they want to rush this process through. They give it to agents. Like the regional organizer, about 10 constituencies for you. You do it together with the secretaries. They go and get people and put them in the album. And I believe that the country as a whole must take a keen interest in what happens at the various constituencies with political parties. Because political parties are public institutions as we captured in our constitution. If these people are the ones going to give us parliamentary candidates who stands the chance of becoming parliamentarians, no wonder sometimes you see the quality of representation and you want to run away because they got it cheap. So for me, when they are able to do that, they will get genuine people putting themselves up for elections and then go through the bill, those that want to serve. But with the current arrangement, it's all about money, like I was saying. Those that have the money are the ones controlling. But money is not everything. Money can lead you to a point, but at a certain point, you need wisdom to be able to carry it through.
Okay, Helen, there's a confusion happening somewhere. The two people who are said to Solo said they are fronting for some people.
Indeed.
One of them says he didn't file the suit. He's disassociating himself. What do we know?
In fact, that was what I was alluding to, that there seems to be, rightly as you mentioned, some confusion about this suit. And let me quickly just catch you up to speed. This is reported less than some 12 hours ago. Confucian Rocks NPP has membered his own suit against party ahead of delegates conference. Right now, confusion has emerged within the NPP ahead of the delegates conference after a High Court writ surfaced listing two party members as plaintiffs in a suit against the party, one of whom has now disassociated himself from the case. Now, if you are watching on Facebook, you can follow along with that statement statement from Shamsuddin Idrisu. He says, my attention has been drawn to a writ of summons issued